Hey everybody, hey, we're here today. I'm just here today doing a quick video regarding the scheduling of the oral arguments regarding the state's appeal of the Brendan Dassey's overturned conviction. There's not much in the document, guys. There's not much there to say, but I do know that from what I understand of these procedures, that these judges can listen to the oral arguments, and then after listening to the oral arguments, they can either make a decision, which will take several weeks, or they can decide they want more information. From what I understand, I could be wrong about this, but from what I understand, they could decide they want more information and possibly maybe even want to hear from witnesses and stuff like that. So, I mean, from what I understand, it could end up going a little bit longer. They could ask for more information, but it's entirely possible that after hearing the oral arguments on February 14th of 2017, that they will feel they have enough information to go ahead and make their decision at that point. They certainly have a heck of a lot to consider. They've got the briefs from the state, and then they've got the brief from Brendan's lawyers. And then they've got the motion filed by the Amici Curai brief filed by the Juvenile Law Center, that law firm that I forget, Zawalski, I forget the whole name of it, and the professor of law, that all together got together and filed the Amici Curai motion. That is going to be a huge factor as well that these judges are going to be considering. So it's going to be interesting, but I'll go ahead and show you the document here, what the document says. Okay, so here we have the document from, the Seventh Circuit Court, basically stating that they're now calling for the oral arguments. And this is obviously the letterhead, saying it's from the office of the clerk and stating the parties involved and everything. But then it goes down to say that it has been ordered that this case be orally argued on Tuesday, February 14th, 2017, in the main courtroom, room 2721, United States Court of Appeals for the Seventh Circuit, 239 South Dearborn Street, Chicago, Illinois, at 9:30 a.m. Oral argument will be no more than 15 minutes for each side. Counsel are advised that the panel of judges assigned to the oral argument may decide after reading the briefs that less time is required for the oral argument. So that's interesting. It is further ordered that the counsel notify the calendar clerk who will present oral argument by completing the oral argument confirmation form and filing an electronic copy to be completed of the completed form through the electronic case filing ECF system. Notice of this case entry must be received in the clerk's office no later than 5 business days prior to the scheduled argument date. So there's also another part on page 2, a really quick part that talks about if say Drizzen and Nyrider intend to share the 15 minutes, and basically one of them speaks first and then the other one speaks second, they have to file that. They have to make sure that they file for that and explain exactly how much time would be allotted for each one of them, and stuff like that. It's really kind of an interesting thing, but basically this is going to be argued orally, and I think at that point we'll find out more of what's going to happen at that point. I imagine that we'll either get a decision or a request of some sort. Right, so, I think it's pretty obvious that so far there's just been a lot of ups and downs and surprising turns and twists in this case, and as far as the legal aspects of it go. So, I can't be 100% certain about what's going to happen, but from what I've understood about this process is that this panel of judges could hear the oral arguments and then take their time and make their decision, or they could possibly ask for more information. I don't know exactly what will happen in that sense, but what I do know is that these two honorable souls that you're seeing here are very capable, and I think Brendan is in extremely capable hands. And like I say, the whole filing by the Amici Curai motion by the Juvenile Law Center and the law firm and the law professor that all got together to file it. They all got together and filed a motion in another case that went all the way to the Supreme Court that they were on the winning side of. That was apparently a very similar case to Brendan's, and I intend to look into that eventually here. I may look into that just to see more about it and do a video about it for you guys. But what I do know is that he's, like I said, Brendan's in very capable hands. These two are, very sharp, and they really care. It's something that I think is very clear if you watch the video, The True Story of a False Confession. Features Drizzen and Nyrider, and then in the last 45 minutes it features a few other speakers, one of which is Robert Milan. And if anybody who knows me and knows my channel knows that I think the world of Robert Milan. I think he is just an exceptional human being, especially for a prosecutor. But anyways, that's about all I have for this video. It basically is, yes, the oral arguments will be heard in this case on February 14th of 2017. And we'll find out more at that point. We'll find out at that point if any other orders are issued at that point where the court asks for anything further, or if they just go silent. If they just go silent, I would imagine we can expect that they're going to be making a decision, and it's going to take some time, a few weeks probably. So no more than a few weeks, actually, probably 6 to 9 weeks, I would say, before we'll hear anything. But anyways, just want to let everybody know I'm working on a couple other videos. I've been looking into the case law that the state cited in their first written motion. The case law that they cited where the Seventh Circuit Court had found confessions to be voluntary and upheld confessions, and confessions that were appealed to the Seventh Circuit Court that they ruled involuntary. So if you guys know, I've been doing those videos. That I got 2 more that I'm doing tomorrow. Basically the last 2 cases that are the 2 confessions that Schimmel cited in his first written brief, that the Seventh Circuit Court deemed the confessions involuntary. So I'll be making those tomorrow, just so everybody knows. And those, I think basically looking into the case law on these cases that Schimmel cited in his brief is going to be most of what we can expect them, what they're basing their decision on and things like that is going to be what's in these cases and in the case law and what's in the Amici Curai motion. So anyways, so you can look forward to those 2 videos coming out here tomorrow or the next day. It should be kind of fun because these 2 videos I'm going to make out in the desert, so it's going to be a little change of scenery. But anyways, if you guys haven't already, please hit subscribe, and we'll see you guys soon.